Hurricane Melissa is one of those experiences that I would never want to be a part of. I would never wish to experience again.
It was a terrifying experience, seeing what was happening around me. Everything was just being ripped apart by basically nature.
I remember walking and I started feeling water coming on me. And I screamed out to my mother and my auntie and I said, the roof is gonna go. Luckily, it didn't go.
I mean, muscle up. And my son, who is autistic, was like excited. Mommy, we have to evacuate, do something. And so I put the pan over my head and I ran. And I went and just knocked on my aunt's window and they saw us and I went back over to our house now, muscle up again.
Imagine no electricity, no water, no transportation, no cell service. In a way, it was like a nuclear bomb had dropped, to be honest.
The electronic system was non-existent on this part of the island, so cash was king.
This particular lady, Miss Polly, she's an elderly lady, she's a pensioner, and she walked from Montego Bay to Fairview just to get some money.
For us here at the branch, it was more than just reopening a building. It was giving hope, giving access, and assisting our community. We had to reach out to the locations such as Kingston, other branches that were not as badly affected, for them to verify the transactions before we were able to process them here.
I actually sat outside in the parking lot, on the embankment out there, because that was the only place that I got service. And my phone was one of the only phones working. And we made lists, the team members in here, they listed out the customers with their account numbers, what the customers wanted. They would run it out to me out there. I would call. I had a dedicated team member just there waiting for me to call, right? And they gave me the information and the team members would take the list, run it back in, serve those customers, and another list would come. And that is what we did for the entire day, for the first day.
So we were on the ground as a first responder, coordinating security details to ensure that your space is safe for business, and helping with relief support, example, trucking of water and other necessities to team members. Most of all, ensuring that all the generators at each location were adequately fueled up to operations continuing.
I remember my former manager, Mrs. Arscott Allen, being here on the ground with her team from Montego Bay when we didn't have enough manpower. They were here pulling weights. There were times when some of us just couldn't make it because of where we were located.
7 o'clock one evening, after dropping off my wife from work, I said, let me just pass the branch. Passing by the branch, I realized that I see movements which should not be. Lo and behold, it was Peter Crawford from Group ICT. Peter journeyed from Kingston to Montego Bay. Found out that the branch was without Wi-Fi. He was called to come down. No one was here because we didn't have any means of communication. But Peter got here, 7 o'clock, couldn't call anybody, couldn't get access to no one. But Peter never stopped and turned back and go home. Peter went up on the roof of the building, installed the Starlink at that point in time, gave us some access.
The teamwork displayed by not just the team members who were affected, but the entire VM group, I would say it's one for the Guinness Book of Record. It was amazing.
We understand that before our team members were able to effectively serve others, we had to ensure that their needs were satisfied as well.
I would like to highlight specifically my manager, Mr. Phillips. There was a period where we were without water, and he ensured that we went home with buckets of water on a daily basis. He would ensure that the tank around the back was filled with water. We were able to come, fill it up, go.
My community was ravished, devastated by the hurricane, and we live in the countryside, the rugged terrains and debris, falling trees and such. And only to come about 2 days after the hurricane, I was blocked in, and only to come home one night About the third night, about 9 o'clock, and see a case of water and some goodies in my hallway. Queried who bring them there, only to be told that your boss was here. I said, no boss. They said, which boss? They said, Chacha boss. So that was surprising.
One of my team members said, okay, we don't have no ice. We had electricity here. So we got the idea, we got some bags and we filled it with water and we froze it in the freezer so persons the next day could have ice, and we did that for the 2 weeks we were here.
The support was overwhelming that we got from our management team, our senior leaders. So our president and CEO, Mr. Campbell, he personally called us at times. Our SIPS team, the VM Foundation, they came down, they gave us care packages. Group HR did their big one for us, you know. They supported us, they gave us grants.
At points, I could tell that I could feel that sense of being alone, in a sense, being afraid, the concern that was shown for me, and sometimes just the jovial communications with the team members, running like a joke, talking about the roof gone, talking about the moon roof that I now have installed. Not planned for it, but you know, I have to make the best of the bad situation. So.
The response from our executives, it is one that I am truly thankful for. It really tells me that this is a great organization that I work for.
I got the opportunity from the grant to replace my roof. We talk about Care Up in VM a lot. The burden that I would have to carry with the financial strain already, that was lifted.
VM reaching out, helping us with rebuilding, being more comfortable in our situation, getting us some generators, care packages, all the things that you didn't even know that you needed them until you go in at the back and say, you know, these things can be used, so make a day a little bit less stressful.
And I want to also big up Paul Elliott, who was instructed by Mr. Campbell to come search for me. I really appreciated the love and the care and the fact that he sent somebody to come look for me. Mr. Elliott knew Lucy and so on, and he came. I appreciated that effort. It makes a difference, you know? Knowing that you're putting in the work, people care for you outside of that.
The recovery and rebuilding effort is ongoing, and the VM team continues to be resilient and show up for each other as well as our members and customers. While this feature highlights just a few of the many Hurricane Melissa heroes whose courage, compassion, and selflessness helped communities through difficult times, as well as individuals who were themselves affected but still found the strength to support others, the list of heroes is far longer. And today, we salute every person who stepped up, gave support, and made a difference when it mattered most.